Hey, I'm Sierra, and I'm here to talk to you about how to get a passport. The process is pretty simple, but before I begin, I want to specify that I am talking about acquiring a passport in the United States of America. And while processes may be similar in many countries, they are not exactly the same. So I would encourage you to check your local with your local agency to make sure that you are crossing all of your T's and dotting all of your I's to avoid any frustration or delays. First things first, you want to fill out form DS-11. That form is linked below. You can copy and paste it into your browser and it'll take you directly to it. You can also find it on travel.state.gov or by typing in passport form DS-11 into your search browser. You want to fill out the form either online. I actually believe there's a form filler now on the website where you can fill everything out and then print it to sign it, or you want to just print it out and fill it out by hand. If you do that, just double check and make sure you have the proper color ink. If there is a specification for ink, typically black or blue is standard, but there may be a preference even from those two colors. So double check, read all the things. Next, you'll want to make sure that you have a proper passport photo. So some things you may not be prepared for is that there's a very specific amount of like head space, face space, chin space that you need to have in your passport photo for it to be accepted. It needs to be on a white background that is uninterrupted and wrinkle-free, and that can be your white wall at home. If you are comfortable with taking the photo and cutting it and getting it printed out in the proper size, you can do it at home. We've done it at home for all of our children and it's been perfectly fine. So that is something to think about. Also, don't be surprised if you do go to like a Walgreens or a CVS or a pharmacy nearby to take your passport photo and they ask you to do specific things because there are specific requirements for it. Now, if you want to take it at home, the government makes it really simple for you to do so. They have all the guidelines on the website for you to follow along. They may ask you to do something like pull your hair behind your ear. If it goes against your hairstyle, don't take it personal. It's just the guidelines that are required to get a passport. So keep that in mind. I personally am a person who's not my hair behind my ears, but neither here nor there. Lastly, you're going to want to prepare the money. So you can get a passport book. You can get the passport book with the additional pages. They might, you know what? They discontinued that. Never mind. You used to be able to get the passport book with the additional. No, I think you can get the extended pages version. Like if you travel often, you can get the version where there's more pages. That's the version I have now. You can get a passport card, you can get both. And the prices for those things are listed on the website. In general, you should put aside a minimum of $135 if you're applying for a passport because that's the lowest bracket price that includes the fees. When you go to the embassy or the consulate or you go to like an official government agency to apply for your passport, you can usually pay by credit or debit card or even contactless payment. But if you're going to the post office or somewhere like that where they're gonna mail off your application for you, be prepared to mail off a cashier's check, a traveler's check, or a money order with the exact amount made out to the right people. I hope that was helpful to you. And if you have any questions or if there's anything I missed, please feel free to drop it in the comment box below. In general, you want to make sure you acquire the DS-11 form. Then you want to have your passport photo as well as your money order and or be prepared to pay by card at your local embassy, consulate, or official government agency. And you also want to make sure that you have your proof of citizenship available, either your birth certificate or your consular report of birth abroad if you were born abroad, whatever it is that you need to prove you are who you say you are, as well as photo identification. So those are the things you need to apply for a passport, and that is how you go about the steps of completing the application process. I hope this was helpful for you.